Welcome back to Agohp Real, where we talk real for 10 to 15 minutes about the real world, about reality, about real problems, and how to solve them in this wonderful one life that we all share, with the goal of a long, fulfilled, and healthy life for us and our loved ones. So welcome back today, and we want to talk about what is actually the best place these days to do business, right? As I'm coming from Germany, it's been very hard in Germany to success as a business owner. There's many reasons to it, but the most important is the regulatory and the tax environment in Germany is really against you. So you're not getting rewarded for building a business, investing your time and money into a business and taking huge monumental risk. But on the other side, Germany is also a very established, very central geographical location with a lot of good opportunities depending on what industry you're in. Anyhow, I personally will never do business in Germany again. I'm a specialist in real estate, and I help high net worth individuals to protect their assets and make them hard work for them, make them work really hard for themselves, right? And Germany is completely against you in most aspects. So Germany is not a good location, but that's also from a tax perspective. From a tax perspective, when you have a business in Germany, it is very violent on tax, as not only violent on tax. So for example, most accountants and business owners in Germany, they're actually scared of the tax police, let's call them tax police, the Steuerfinanzamt, as they're extremely aggressive, high penalties, and you go to jail very quickly. You need to remember Germany doesn't have any resources, so all the resources are human. They have human resource. All the income comes from taxes, correct? Hence why they're so strict and so aggressive on tax. Anyhow, as Germany today, with high energy prices, migration crisis, no more culture, no more safety, drug people on the streets of the main large cities, is absolutely on a downturn. I do not recommend anyone to do business there at the moment. If you have billions of dollars, wait another year or two. You know the saying of the Rothschilds, when there's blood on the streets, buy the streets. So if you've got unlimited amount of money, then just wait another year or two, and then you just buy up whatever is left, anything of value, and you're going to succeed. But most people aren't in that comfortable position, right? Hence why I've learned doing business in driven industrial growing countries is the right way to go, and specifically choosing an industry that is massively on the upturn. For me personally, it was the vacation rental from 2012 onwards. I was involved in that. It was a new industry. I solved problems while it was exploding and invested a lot of time and money in that industry and succeeded until COVID hit and the industry basically hit a wall. It's a very tough industry to be in these days, as you fight against hotels and their lobby, and you fight against politicians that pretend Airbnb is the problem instead of their regulatory environment for construction. Because if it would be worthy for developers to build, they'd be building more. Hence, there wouldn't be a housing crisis. But as the government regulates the space to inflate housing prices, tada, we have a housing crisis and an affordability crisis. That's very true in the UK. That's very true in Europe in general. Prices are going through the roof for real estate the last 4 or 5 years, and they don't seem to be coming down anytime soon. Okay, going back to why, like the excuses I'm currently hearing from my clients, from people that I speak to that live in very high taxed European countries, run their businesses there, and they tell themselves these lies. I'm only paying 45% tax. I'm only paying 50% tax. Things aren't that bad yet. Not every street in Frankfurt, Berlin, etc. has people taking drugs on the street. It's not so bad yet. It's not every street. There's still a lot of business in Germany. It's still really good. Well, guys, Remember, if you wait too long, it's going to be over. I would act as soon as possible. The reason why Dubai is so successful, they're just ticking a couple of standard boxes. And now everybody's flying there, especially from the UK. Everybody's moving to the UAE. Everybody who's capable, who has enough money, is fleeing the UK right now. They're leaving in tens of thousands of multimillionaires are leaving the UK. What's the problem with that? The problem with that is that these are exactly the guys who are willing to risk their time and their money to employ you, to employ the people, right? So that means that your job is leaving the country too, as they're moving their focus, their energy, their money to another place. Guys, it's like, how can this country succeed without entrepreneurs, without creators, without risk takers? No country will succeed and survive and prosper. What makes humans so successful is all the innovation that men bring into this world. Women do not innovate. Women create new life. Men create new things. It's very different, as men are interested in things, only in things, and women are only interested in people. Hence why we focus on two different things, which is great, right? Humanity made it quite far for the last couple of 200,000 years. Very, very fascinating creations we have made. And yeah, the immigration crisis is simply, and all the other crises we have, is simply created on purpose. Doesn't have to be there. You see other countries like Venezuela just rocking the boat, turning everything around from the highest murder rate in the world to the lowest in what, 5 years? Bang. Invest in Bitcoin, make a couple of $100 million. That's the way to go, guys. So really, really important, just to sum this up. Whatever language you speak, I didn't speak English, but I knew if I want to be monumentally successful and financially independent, then I need to move to a place where I can learn English and where business is booming. In 2015, that was London. So you gotta choose where you should go to. Personally, if I could go back in time, I should have moved to Russia, to be completely honest. As cultural, it's exactly the place where I want to be. It's the life that I want to live. I love the people, it's clean, it's safe, the economy is booming. Very smart people, very smart entrepreneurs, incredible services, incredible people, good education. Fascinating, fascinating. So, learning a new language for me now, with my current 80 to 100 hours a week schedule, is very difficult, but hopefully in a year or two I will be able to, and I will focus on the Russian language going forward. As I do know how to speak English and I can communicate quite professionally at this point, still I continue to learn, but this is one very important decision that you have to make. English is still a good language to learn, don't get me wrong, still need it every day, that's all I use. I barely speak German actually these days. So choose your place that's on the way up. Really important. You cannot fight against all the downside. You won't win. Go with the flow up, don't go with the flow down. Correct? And then choose a really good industry in a low tax environment, and wow, the results will come in way faster. You'll still have time for your family, for your health, for your fitness, for a little bit of fun sometimes. Who likes it? I don't necessarily need fun. I can go for a few years without much fun, but some people don't. So choose your poison. Anyhow, that's the way to go. If you're still complaining about your environment and you're not ready to change, stop complaining, take action. If you live in countries where you don't feel safe on the street, it's probably flowing downwards. Maybe you want to move to a place where things are going upwards, and everything in your life is going to become better. The same if you're already in a business or you work in a company that is in an industry that is declining, you have to work 10 times harder to just stay at the same level, because everything's going down. So be ready for change, don't be scared. I went after COVID for 6 months and I didn't know what I'm going to do, and then I developed 12 properties in a country I didn't speak the language, with money I didn't have. You just have to take these risks. God always has a plan, and you just need to simply do your best, be the best version of yourself, make him proud, be proud of yourself, and things are going to align perfectly well. Well, if you like this content, please follow, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one with Agohp. Have a wonderful day. Take care, guys.